13 WMAZ Morning starts now.
Watching for the potential for strong to severe storms today. I'm going to time everything out, give you everything you need to know. It's all coming up.
A wreck in Putnam County leaves 2 drivers dead. What witnesses say happened before the head-on collision. Plus, variants of COVID-19 leading to spikes in cases across the nation, including right here in Georgia. What the governor says the Peach State plans to do to help healthcare workers and hospitals. Well, good Thursday morning. You're taking a live look over a beautiful downtown Macon on this New Year's Eve. The time is now 6 a.m. on this December the 30th. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us. I'm Wanye Reese. Walking out the door this morning, you don't need a jacket. It's very comfortable outside, but you are going to see a lot of water on your car from those showers we got overnight, Courtney.
That's right. Yeah, especially if you are north of Macon, where currently a lot of the rain is falling for the start of the day. A bit of a messy setup for what will be a bit of a stormy day, and we're going to take you through it all in a few minutes here. Right now, as you're getting ready to head out the door, if you are in places like Hancock County, some very heavy rain just rolled through there and is still continuing to fall. Now, north of Macon, we are going to watch for maybe some flash flooding today. Is it likely? No, but does it remain a possibility? Yes, as this batch of rain and storms is going to move very slowly to the south through the day. Heads up down in Telfair County as well, as there's some rain, and Wheeler and Montgomery, rain rolling through there. And we did have some showers roll through parts of Dodge this morning. So the road's a little bit wet in some spots. Here in Macon, nice and quiet, very warm though, 71 in the city of Macon as we pump in a lot of warm and moist air out of the southwest. So all of us sitting in the upper 60s and low 70s, with the exception of Monticello. That rain cooled you down a little bit this morning. Now this is fueling us for storms as we go through the day today. I'm going to time everything out hour by hour for you, and also we're going to talk about that severe threat. That's all coming up in just a few minutes here. Now, of course, severe weather here at home, that remains a potential, but there was some severe weather to our neighbors to the west. As we prepare for severe weather, one spot in southwest Georgia is already dealing with damage. Like I said, Bainbridge Public Safety posted this on their Facebook page, saying people reported witnessing a possible tornado just after 3 yesterday afternoon. Now, no one was hurt. The public safety page shared photos of the damage, including a tree uprooted and part of a fence torn up. The National Weather Service says a preliminary storm report indicates a possible brief tornado in the city, along with roof damage to a convenience store. Now, of course, as we prepare for that potential for severe weather today, we want to be sure you stay weather aware. The 13 WMAZ app is great for that. It's free in the App Store or Google Play. You can also scan the QR code on the bottom of your screen. It'll take you right to the app. Be sure you go to those settings and turn on your notifications, so if any warnings pop up throughout the day today, they will go directly to your phone. Wanye.
Thank you so much, Courtney. Right now, 2 people are dead following a head-on crash in Putnam County. Sheriff Howard Sills says it happened around 2:15 yesterday afternoon in the 600th block of Greensboro Road Northeast. He says 23-year-old Michaela Cooper drove her car south towards Eatonton. Witnesses reported seeing Cooper improperly passing at least 2 cars, causing her to hit a pickup truck head-on. Cooper and the truck driver, 20-year-old Jordan Morris, both died there. Bibb County investigators continue to look for answers in 2 shootings affecting elderly homeowners, one of the shootings turning deadly. In the last 2 weeks, bullets have hit the houses of both a 90-year-old woman and a 70-year-old man. On December the 16th, someone shot a woman's home on Key Street. Then Monday night, someone shot into Peter Taylor's home on Century Place, hitting him in the head. Bibb County Coroner Leon Jones says Taylor died on yesterday. There's a $1,000 reward available for information in the 2 separate cases. If you have any tips or information, you can call the Macon Regional Crime Stoppers. That number at the bottom of your screen, it's 1-877-68-CRIME. That number one more time for you. It's 1-877-68-CRIME. Coming up around 5:33 a.m., you'll hear from Crime Stoppers and why they take these shootings personally. All right, let's get you to the latest dealing with COVID-19. For the second straight day, Georgia's broken its record for the number of test-confirmed cases in the state. Yesterday, the Georgia Department of Public Health reported nearly 20,000 cases between PCR and antigen tests. This comes after the previous highest day on Tuesday, when the state reported over 13,500 test-confirmed cases. As cases continue to rise, Governor Brian Kemp says the state will spend $100 million to boost hospital staffing. The governor says that money could mean up to 1,000 additional staff for hospitals with assignments effective for 13 weeks. Yesterday, Governor Kemp also announced he will deploy about 200 Georgia National Guard troops to help the state and healthcare workers starting in the new year.
We will be deploying approximately 200 troops starting January the 3rd. Approximately 96 of those to support Department of Public Health, including testing sites, and approximately 100 will be going to hospitals.
You might remember back in August, the governor authorized up to 2,500 Georgia National Guard troops to be used for times like these. The governor says he is not implementing any business closings. He and the Department of Public Health also urge you not to go to hospitals to get tested for the virus. They say instead, go to primary care providers, public health sites, or use reliable at-home testing kits. Health leaders are also working on a new testing site in the metro Atlanta area near the airport. The virus now affecting City Hall in Cochran. The city says it's temporarily closed because of COVID-19 exposure. There's no word on when they plan to reopen, but the city will post a notice when they do. For now, you should place payments in the drop box at City Hall, and for emergencies, call 911. Well, today you can help save a life. The American Red Cross continues to look for blood donors as they try to overcome low supply levels. The Georgia chapter says in Centerville, you can stop at the Houston County Galleria Mall on Watson Boulevard from 1 to 6 p.m. During the same time, there's a drive in Macon at Stardust Herd Funeral Home on Houston Road. In Gray, you can donate at Hart's Mortuary on Pecan Lane. It runs from 2 to 7 p.m. You can make an appointment for all of these through the Red Cross's website. Those who give through January the 2nd will get a Red Cross long sleeve t-shirt while those supplies last. Well, starting Monday, those in Bibb County, Ryland Environmental will handle all solid waste collection, including garbage, recycling, yard debris, and bulk waste. Before this happens, here are some things that you need to know. Ryland says you can start using your red trash cart this Monday. Well, next Monday, that is, the new year. The company delivered thousands of garbage bins throughout this month. Included in each new Ryland cart was a flyer letting you know when your collection day will start in the new year. Ryland's managing partner, James Lanier, says all people want is for someone to pick up their garbage on time.
We will have a local office here in Macon-Bibb that will be answered by live people. The phone will be answered by live people who actually know where the streets are and are able to respond quickly to any kind of complaints or problems that we may have.
All right, for the recycling card, if you are not on the county's list already, you'll have to call the number on the Ryland bin or check out the county's website to order a new recycling bin. Ryland also says to place your old garbage bin by your curb for advanced disposal and waste management to pick up. The time is now 6:07 a.m. It's hard to believe that we are only a couple of days away from the new year. You're definitely going to have to make sure that you have your umbrella and jacket in the car all this weekend. Right.
And of course, there's going to be a lot of the ball drops in whatever way, shape, or form they are, whether it's the buzzard, the hog. All of the ball drops. I think that forecast is going to need to be watched a little bit because, you know, you kind of need the weather to cooperate for things like fireworks and festivities.
And I'm sure people are going to be paying close attention to see if they have to shift things indoors.
That's right. Absolutely. So we're going to talk about it. Of course, today, one of those stormy days that you are going to need to stay weather aware for. You are looking at the outlook from the Storm Prediction Center. All of central Georgia under a level 1 of 5 threat. So a low end threat for severe weather. Nonetheless, still a threat. But when we have a level 1 of 5 like this, what that typically means is that our threat for severe weather isn't widespread. And you might look at this and say, wait, what do you mean? All of us have a threat for severe weather. Well, we all have that potential, sure, but it is going to be a little bit limited. We're not going to have severe thunderstorm warnings popping up all day long. What are we looking for? Damaging wind gusts and heavy rain are going to be the two primary threats. However, a brief isolated tornado or two can't be completely ruled out. And I think that will mainly be as we head into the late morning hours into the early evening. Small hail also will be possible. We have a very warm and moist atmosphere out there, and that is going to allow for the atmosphere to stay very what we call buoyant. And so the more buoyant the atmosphere is, the better chance you have for hail. And we do have that threat today, but that too is also a little bit more on the low end threat. Right now, as you're getting ready to head out the door, what you need to know, we do have some rain currently falling in parts of Hancock County for the start of the day. Maybe some of you, if you're waking up with us in the Sparta area, you might have heard a few rumbles of thunder not too long ago. That batch of storms now out of the way. Parts of Jasper and Putnam County, northern Jones County, and northern Baldwin County with a little bit of rain for the start of the day. And also parts of Telfair, Wheeler, Montgomery, also southern Wilcox and Dodge County earlier this morning, maybe about an hour ago, if that, you did receive some rain. So just be sure you're driving extra carefully there as the roads are going to be a little bit on the wet side. Now, speaking of wet, definitely that way up in northern Georgia, up towards the metro Atlanta area and the Athens area. And this batch of rain and storms is going to move very, very slowly through the day today. So we will be watching for, of course, that potential for severe weather, especially if you're north of Macon, as it is going to take its time, this batch of rain and storms, but also maybe some flash flooding as these showers train over the same spot for potentially several hours, dropping very, very heavy rain. We have to watch for that potential for flash flooding. Do we have a flash flood watch? Not right now, but something that we will be monitoring along with that potential for severe weather. your girl was off for a week and we're just easing right back into the forecast, everyone. Either way, as we head towards 11 o'clock this morning, that's when we're really going to start to watch for severe weather. Again, just an isolated threat. Nonetheless, most of us are going to experience some heavy rain and gusty wind today. But when it comes to that severe threat, you need those wind gusts upwards of 60 miles per hour to be warranted for a severe thunderstorm warning. And that's not going to be the case for everybody today. Now, as we head towards 5 o'clock, finally, this batch of rain starts to push along the I-16 corridor and then south of Macon and Houston County as well as we head towards 8, 9 o'clock. And that's when we'll bring that severe threat to an end. So if you're south of Macon, your severe threat definitely looks a little more limited today. Here's a look at that timing. So 8 to 4, again, because of that slow movement of that batch of rain and storms for places Macon northward, I-16 corridor, you'll look between around 4 and 7 and then 7 to 8. As you go further south of the area. Now, as we head into Saturday, we're also going to be watching maybe for another round of severe weather Saturday night into Sunday morning. So to kick off the new year, we're going to be watching that as well. So be sure you're staying weather aware not only today, but through the weekend. Your 7-day show is warm and stormy the next few days, maybe even some record-breaking heat to ring in the new year. Severe storms possible as we head into Sunday morning, and then we're finally cold and dry by Monday of next week.